Yo, Mr. Solodo back with another video, man. Just came back from the motherfucking gym. Put a workout in, man. Put in that work. Sweating like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? About to head on home, take a shower. Just wanted to, chop it up with y'all real quick, man. See what's going on. Hey, yo, look. The reason why I'm making this video, the title of this video is your phone has robbed you of your superpowers. And I'm about to get into that right now because I feel like a lot of us are too attached to this mobile device. This phone that I'm holding on to right now, we're too attached to it, bro. We base our whole lives around this one phone, this one device. This whole device, this mobile device determines our value to the online world. Let me take this shit up real quick, man. I get comfortable up in this bitch. But the phone dictates our value and our acceptance to the online world. Because what we post, a picture that we post of ourselves, we want 1 million likes on that bitch. We want hella comments. We want hella love comments. We want all the attention, just one picture. One screenshot of you capturing one moment out of 24 hours a day. You want millions of people to pay attention to that one video. And their likes, the amount of likes, the amount of comments determines whether or not you are validated by them or not, or you are accepted. That determines your value. I'm here to tell you right now. I'm here to tell y'all right now that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's how the people who dictate how the society goes, and the people who run this shit behind closed doors, they have conditioned us to find validation through social media, through our phones, through every social network. And the fact is, man, you probably ask me, oh, Mr. Solo Dolo, how do you, detach yourself from social media? How do you, take a break from Instagram or Facebook? You know what I'm saying? Take a motherfucking break from it. You know what I mean? Delete the app. Delete the app. Yes, you can delete the app. You can delete Instagram. You can delete Facebook. You can delete Snapchat. You can delete any fucking app, bro. Any app that's holding a restriction onto your life, let it go. Let it go. Be free out here, man. This world is too fucking huge for us to be focused on something so little and such, little of relevance in our lives. But see, this message I know it's not going to ring hard. You know what I'm saying? It's going to go in one ear and out the other for a lot of people, because a lot of people in this generation are so attached to their phones. It's hard for them to even take a break and put the phone down and put it on airplane mode. They have to have this phone on them 24/7. For them, it's like this phone is like their lifeline and shit, man. It's for real, like. And when it comes to Instagram and Facebook, I'm already due for a fucking break, man. I gotta step away. For me, when I stepped away from Facebook for months, when I stepped away from Instagram for months, oh man, I felt like a brand new fucking person, man. I felt like a brand new vessel. I was brand new. I was a lot happier. I was a lot more energetic. I was a lot more vibrant. I just had my shit in order when I disconnected and I took Instagram and I took Facebook away from my life. I took any app that was distracting me, that was placing restrictions. And that's another thing too. A lot of people don't talk about when it comes to these phones. These phones will put restrictions in our lives. I'm telling y'all, phones will rob you of your superpowers. Because with this phone, with you consuming information from this phone 24/7, you don't know your real capabilities as a human being. Y'all don't know your real abilities. Y'all don't know your real superpowers. Y'all don't know what's really inside y'all, man, from within. Y'all don't know what's deep, what's going on deep inside you. You know what I mean? And this phone has definitely robbed us of it, bro. Like, on some real shit. And my question to y'all is, who were we before technology? Who was we before this phone? Who was we before Facebook and Instagram and all these social media networks? All this extra shit all this extra bullshit in the world. All this extra technology. Who the fuck was we? Can we even remember harking back to a time where we was like so different and we were so attached to just our life? Nothing technology wise, nothing mobile wise, you know, not from the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in the day, I can remember me just falling off slides and shit, scraping my knees and falling and tripping, playing tag, playing basketball, playing volleyball. Man, we was outside, man, back in the fucking day. And I'm a 90s baby, so it's like, going into the early 2000s, I was playing outside, bro. I was outside getting into trouble, getting into some stuff. You know, I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be in the neighborhood. And it's like, I felt so free and I felt so pure and wholesome as just a kid, just having fun, living in the moment. I had no fucking handheld device. I had no laptop. I had no computer. I didn't know what a computer was. At 7, 8 years old, I didn't know what a fucking computer was. I didn't know what a fucking phone was. I didn't know what a laptop was. Okay, like, being real with y'all, man, like, I didn't get my first real phone until I was 16. 16, bro. I didn't get my first phone, my first real phone, before I got a little flip phone. I couldn't do shit on it, but I didn't, you know, it was just a flip phone. I couldn't do much on it. Call and text on the phone. I mean, I could barely even text. It was just, I was just able to call from that phone. But the first real phone where I could have apps, where I can have, you know, games and shit and take pictures, was when I was 16. And who brought that phone? Moi, I did. I brought that phone myself. Because at the time I had a job. When I was 16, I fucked it up in like 3 weeks, but that money I had saved up, I used it to just get, you know, get a small ass phone. I forgot, I think it was like an Android something. It was like one of the old model Androids from like 2012, some shit. It was like a very old model. It was pretty cheap though, but that was my first real phone where I could actually text, call, take pictures, have apps on it and whatever. You know what I'm saying? My mother did not buy me that phone. Nobody brought me that phone but me. I brought my own phone. The point I'm trying to make is that you see a lot of these kids today, before they even hit 13, before they even hit age 12, they know what a fucking phone is. They already know what a fucking iPhone 11 is. They already have it. And some of these kids are 5, 6, 7 years old. They got fucking iPad minis, they got fucking Apple iPods, they got iPhone 11s already, they got fucking, you know, laptops. I'm like, man, just let your kid be a kid. You know what I mean? Like, let your child be a fucking child. Why do you have to like throw all this technology down your kid's throat at that age, man? They shouldn't even be knowing what sex is before they're ready to even like practice that shit. You know what I mean? Like, they're not even ready to, like, have a phone to even, like, know how that shit works. It's not the fact that they're going to know how it works. It's the fact that they're going to be consuming it. The fact that they're going to be quickly attached to the phone. And they're not going to want to take a break from the phone. They're not going to want to detach from the phone. No child from ages 5 to like 12, 13 should have a phone. Should have a laptop, should have any technology. Let me tell you something, bro. I grew up in the 90s, early 2000s. I didn't have phones. I didn't have technology. I had to go without that shit. I had to learn how to have fun without the phone. I had to learn how to have fun without the laptop, without the computer, without Facebook, Instagram. I was happy as hell. I was happy as hell before technology. And now everybody's so depressed and have anxiety. They're questioning their self-worth. They have no value anymore. People are just, easily depressed now. And imagine if you took away social media today from these people who are attached to this shit, pretty much 95% of the population will go into depression. They will go into automatic depression because now they're forced to face a challenge of, oh man, what's my life gonna be like without the phone, without technology, without social media? Oh my God, what am I gonna do now? It's like, that's how you know how much of a stranglehold the phone has had on that person's life. And I feel bad for the millennials because they grew up with technology. They grew up with that shit. They have seen their brothers had it, their sisters have it, their mother have it. There's a reason why the parents will barely even buy phones for the child, because it's easily attachable. They know, the parents know, because they're attached to the phones themselves. They're easily attached to social media. That's why they're not going to buy their kid a phone or a laptop, because they know what it does to your mental. They know what it does to your brain. Phones overall just make you a lazy person. Let's just call it spade to spade. Phones make you a lazy ass person. Don't want to do shit with your life. Don't have no ambition. I see my mom on the phone. Every time I see her come home from work, I see her on that damn phone, like on Facebook, Instagram. Oh, Mark, did you hear about this? And did you hear about what happened with this? Like, she's asking me how I feel about certain things like this and certain things like that. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. Okay? How about drop the phone for like 5 to 10 minutes and be still and be quiet without it? You know what I'm saying? I'm practicing how to go without using the phone. There are times I put my shit on airplane mode when I need to go meditate, when I need some time for myself or read a book. I put my phone on airplane mode. I have no distractions, none. I just turn off my phone completely, so that it's not in the way. It's not taking me off my pivot. We got to get back to our wholesome selves. We gotta get back to our purest forms, man. Because I'm telling you, ask yourself this question. If you think you have a hard time going through life without your phone, without technology, without social media, ask yourself this question. Who was I? What kind of person was I before I had this phone? Before technology was even invented or even discovered in my life, who was I? What was I doing with my life? And how happy I was? Just remember those times. Go back to your past and realize how free and how angelic you was, how much of a free spirit you was, but without the phone, without technology, and dissect who was you as a person. You get what I'm saying? Because we have to go back to that. We have to go back to that person. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to utilize social media for things, to put your business out there. But to be scrolling through other people's pages, and I used to do this myself, and I'm guilty by association, okay? I'm not perfect, okay? I'm no exception to the rule, okay? Shame on me. But it's like, I'm learning my fucking lesson. Scrolling down other people's pages, scrolling down the feed, looking at bullshit you don't need to be looking at, things that are going to feed off your energy, that are going to drain your energy. You see all this bad stuff on Instagram and Facebook, certain news. Yo, the internet is like the new news and shit. If they can't get you on the TV, they're going to get you on the internet too. Oh yeah. If they can't get you on the fucking TV, they're going to get you on Instagram and Facebook too. They are smart. They're thinking ahead of us. But it's like, we got to think 5 steps ahead of them and shit. We know all their agendas. We know that they're trying to feed us negative news every day. The fact is, we feed into it too much. We give it our time. We give it our energy. Why? Because we don't know how to disconnect. We don't know how to detach from the phone. Here's what I'm about to tell y'all right now. I want y'all to pay close attention, right? This is a trick that I'm really trying to perfect right now. I'm trying to master, and it's called, every time a distraction comes into my life, right? And most likely it's from the phone. It's from social media, most likely. So my whole thing is, how can I eliminate this distraction? Because we have phones, we have apps, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok. We have all these apps on this phone that are distractions in our lives that we need to let go of. So what's the best way to eliminate the distraction that's holding us back, that's restricting us, that's keeping us from our powers, our abilities as human beings, as multidimensional beings, right? The best way to eliminate the distraction is to get rid of the convenience of that distraction in which it holds, right? Get rid of the convenience, right? So here's an example. I can have Instagram on my phone, right? Which I do. If my subconscious mind is telling me, you know, I'm acting on my subconscious mind to press on the Instagram app, to look on the feed, to see what's going on, to, you know, let shit feed off my energy and shit like that. It would be very easy because it's right there on my phone. I can just click on it. Boop. It's right there. Easy access, right? Easy access. And that's the thing with phones. It's easy. It's really accessible. And it requires too much of our fucking time. So the best way to eliminate the distraction, once again, is to get rid of the convenience. Meaning, delete the app. Delete Instagram. I'm not saying delete your Instagram. I'm saying delete the app. So that when you go on your phone, you don't see the app. You have to, your time is required to download the app. It's not going to be easily accessible when you have to go on Play Store and download Instagram, reinstall that shit over again, just like Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I took Facebook off my phone because it's easily accessible and it will distract me throughout my day. So when you delete Instagram, when you delete certain apps off your phone, you take away the distraction by getting rid of the convenience. All right? It's the same thing with fast food. It's the same thing with the news. Everything is so easily accessible, but if you want to get rid of the distraction, once again, get rid of the convenience, bro. I'm telling you, it helps, man. Get rid of the convenience. Because everything on your phone is right there in front of your face for you to just click on and to feed off your energy. And once you delete it, it's like you're not going to want to reinstall it now. Now you're looking for more things productive throughout your day to do, to invest into, read a book, meditate, exercise, go out for a jog, go out for a walk in nature, you know, clean the house, take a shower, take a cold shower, brush your teeth, take care of your hygiene. You know what I'm saying? Go shopping or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Do something productive. Work on a business. We have 24 hours in a day, bro. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. There's 24 hours in a fucking day. Make the most of those hours that you were given. Try to make every day count. Every time the Most High blesses you with another day to live, He grants you another day at life. Make that shit count. Make that shit count. Don't be on your fucking phone feeling bad and feeling depressed because you're not living the type of lifestyle that this person is living, or these celebrities. And that's another thing too. Y'all follow too much of these celebrities that are living better than you. And like I said, in my last video, they're not as happy as they seem to be. They're not as happy as y'all make them out to be. Stop following these celebrities. Stop following these Instagram models. They don't give a fuck about you. Start to give a fuck about your energy. You let these people feed off your energy every day, and y'all wonder why y'all feel the way y'all feel. I can relate because I've been there, done that too, and I'm still learning myself. That's why I'm making this video, to help y'all out that are going through the same problem that I once was going through. So man, listen. If you feel like Instagram or you feel like your phone is feeding off your energy, get off that shit. Delete the app. Like I said, delete the convenience. Take away the convenience. That way you get rid of the distraction. You eliminate the distraction by getting rid of the convenience first. That's one of the things, that's one of the little techniques I came up with when it came to social media overload. So man, listen, let's get right, man. Let's focus on what we have to do, on what we have to accomplish in our lives. We got too much we got to do in our 20s. Let's not waste it on drama, social media, feeling sorry for ourselves, and scrolling through other people's pages and stuff, and feeling envy. Listen, man, we ain't got time for that, man. We ain't got time to be worshiping no celebrity. We ain't got time for that, man. We ain't got time to be hitting up no fucking. About to wrap up this video, man, and listen, we ain't got time for the hoes. We ain't got time for the pussy. We ain't got time for little petty shit. We ain't got time for toxic people. We ain't got time to be wasting our energy on Facebook, looking at other people's lives and trying to feed into nonsensical drama on social media. We ain't got time to be looking at the news and what's going on with Donald Trump right now. Who gives a fuck about that shit? Okay? Who gives a fuck about voting? Who gives a fuck about who's gonna be president? We already know how this shit's gonna work. Okay? We already know who's gonna be president when it's all said and done. They already have this shit written out in stone. Okay? Everything in this fucking Matrix is predetermined. Okay? This Matrix is literally like a fucking show. It's a TV show. It's a puppet show. We know what's gonna happen. Everything is scripted. Get it together, people. Okay? Stop being finessed. Stop being finessed. Stop being tricked. Stop being fooled into trickery. Okay? Listen. It's really funny, too. I just thought about this shit, too. Halloween is like 2 weeks away. And you know, the holiday Halloween, right? It's about trick or treat. It's about trick or treat. And I thought to myself, man, these motherfuckers, man, these people, these elites, they like to trick us, man. They like to trick us a lot. Trick us with this holiday, like, oh, it's so fun. It's, you know, it's fun and games. It's all, you know, dressing up and stuff, and dressing up, you know, as a ghost, or dressing up as a clown and whatnot, dressing up all funny and shit and goofy and shit. You know, but we already know the fucking real with the holiday. We already know the fucking real. So at that point, it's like, you either get tricked or you either treat yourself. Treat yourself to real fucking knowledge. Treat yourself to your real history. Treat yourself to real truth. Or get tricked. Right? You gotta peep this shit. You know what I'm saying? Trick or treat. This month stands for trick or treat. Are you gonna be tricked? Or are you going to be treated to the real truth? I'm gonna let y'all decide on that. Okay? I'm gonna let that marinate. You either be tricked or you be treated. That's on you, man. Mr. Soldo's out. Like, subscribe, and share this video. Let me know what y'all know. I can barely talk right now. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Like, you know, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, you know what I'm saying? Let's engage and shit, man. Let's build. All right, man, I'm out, y'all. About to get home, take a shower, meditate, all that good shit, get my mind right and stuff like that. Y'all stay easy, bro. I'm out.
You're dealing with an addicted generation. This is a big time bomb ticking.
This is no accident. Indeed, it is by design.
I mean, seriously?
It was my mistake.
I mean, I think we can all feel it.
to try to make these products as addictive as
400%
possible.
spike in dopamine.
We now know that many of the major social media companies hire individuals called attention engineers who borrow principles from Las Vegas casino gambling, among other places, to try to make these products as addictive as possible. That is the desired use case of these products, is that you use it in an addictive fashion because that maximizes the profit that can be extracted from your attention and data.
It literally is a point now where I think we have created tools that are ripping apart the social fabric of how society works. That is truly where we are.
The way the technologist Jaron Lanier puts it is that these companies offer you shiny treats in exchange for minutes of your attention and bytes of your personal data, which can then be packaged up and sold.
What happened is that the attention economy and this race for attention got more and more competitive. And the more competitive it got to get people's attention on, say, a news website, the more they need to add these design principles, these more manipulative design tactics, as ways of holding on to your attention.
You don't realize it, but you are being programmed.
Social media tools are designed to be addictive. The actual desired use case of these tools is that you fragment your attention as much as possible throughout your waking hours. That's how these tools are designed to use. Well, we have a growing amount of research which tells us that if you spend large portions of your day in a state of fragmented attention, so large portions of your day where you're constantly breaking up your attention, take a quick glance, do a just check, and just quickly look at Instagram, that this can permanently reduce your capacity for concentration. I am especially worried about this when we look at the younger generation coming up, which is the most saturated in this technology.
It's very addictive because if you pull on the slot machine arm enough, you will win. And you never know which pull will reward you.
That's an addictive behavior, and it's dopamine that is driving that addiction. So what happens with social media is Robert Sapolsky, who did the foundational research on this at Stanford, calls it the magic of maybe. When you look at your phone and maybe there's a text there and maybe there's not, and you don't know, when it shows up, that high you get, that's dopamine. It's the magic of maybe. Maybe it'll be there, maybe it won't. When it shows up, you get a 400% spike in dopamine. That is roughly the same amount of dopamine as you're getting from cocaine. It's slightly less than an extremely addictive drug like cocaine. And that's what's happening.
We really care what other people think of us. So for example, when you upload a new photo, a new profile photo of yourself on Facebook, that's a moment where our mind is very vulnerable to knowing what other people think of my new profile photo. And so when we get new likes on our profile photo, Facebook, knowing this, could actually message me and say, oh, you have new likes on your profile photo. And it knows that we'll be vulnerable to that moment because we all really care about when we're tagged in a photo or when we have a new profile photo. And the thing is that they control the dial. The technology companies control the dial for when and how long your profile photo shows up on other people's news feeds. So they can orchestrate it so that other people more often end up liking your profile photo over a delayed period of time, for example, so that you end up having to more frequently come back and see what the new likes are.
And it's literally rewiring our brain. Even social media, the challenge is, with these terms like Facebook depression and everything, because
what's that?
This is social media depression, because whereas everyone's looking at their feed and they're comparing their lives to other people, their highlights of other people's lives.
Wow.
And there's actually less life satisfaction, more sadness, depression, and stuff like that.
And it's interesting because if you think about things that, routinely produce a lot of dopamine, alcohol, for example, there's a drinking age, right? We have a drinking age. Alcohol releases a whole lot of dopamine. It makes you feel really, really good. We say, okay, you can have that, but you've got to wait. You've got to be 21 years old. We don't do that with social media. We're, essentially putting highly addictive drugs into the hands of kids before they have any natural defenses against them. And what you're seeing with internet addiction, with social media addiction, it's the same thing over and over. It's people trying to change their state of consciousness with a device, trying to get at the underlying neurochemical chemistry, and it's very, very addictive.
And so I would say the problem with the gadgets, and they're amazing things, is that they proximately interfere with medium to long-term goals, I would say. And so I think the first thing you have to do to bring them under control is figure out what it is that their use is interfering with. It has to be something important. So you think, well, I want to do something important. Well, what is that? Well, it could be personal. Maybe you want to have a relationship. You want to get married. You want to have kids. You want to have a career that's meaningful. You want to have a life. You want to have an Abrahamic adventure and be the father of nations, let's say. Well, you can't be ratting away on your cell phone and doing that. And so I think part of it is to set your sights high and make a plan and figure out who you could be and see if obsessive utilization of smartphone fits into that vision of nobility. And it will partly, because they're unbelievably powerful communication devices, but so often it's for lack of something better to do.
Look, if you